Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the Crew 2. In this one I'm going to be putting 4 hypercars head to head to find out which one you should buy. There's quite a lot of cars to choose from in this category and many of them are incredibly expensive, so we're going to find out which is the overall best but also which is the best value. So let's get into it. The 4 cars I've chosen are in 2 kind of categories. We have the Porsche 918 and the Koenigsegg Agera R, which makes up the budget / mid-range category as they're both under 1 million credits. Then for the, let's just say, high-end category, we have the Koenigsegg Agera, which is 1.6 million credits, and the Bugatti Divo, which is 2.6 million. So then, onto the first test, which is top speed. The game gives the Porsche the lowest top speed of just 247 miles per hour. This is closely followed by the Koenigsegg Agera, which is apparently only 1 miles per hour faster, with a rated top speed of 248. Just to be clear, that is the more expensive Koenigsegg. In second place, according to the game, is the Divo with a speed of 262 miles per hour, which is actually a very considerable difference to the other 2 cars. Then, in first place, is the cheaper Koenigsegg with a very impressive 266 miles per hour top speed. We then put this all to the test by running each car at the salt flats. We found the orders to be the same, although the gaps were somewhat different. The Porsche was actually further behind than the stats showed, and the gap between the Divo and the Agera was only 2 miles per hour, the Divo managing its rated top speed of 262, but the Agera slightly slower than expected with 264 miles per hour. The next test was acceleration. The game gives the Divo the best 0 to 60 time at 2.17 seconds, which is actually considerably faster than the other 3 cars, with second place being the 918 with a rated time of 2.53. In third and fourth was the Agera and the Agera R, showing that the Koenigsegg seem to struggle when it comes to short-term acceleration. To test this, we ran each car through the same speed trap at the New York Speedway. Interestingly, the Agera actually won this test, recording a speed of 177 miles per hour. It didn't win by much though, as the Divo was once again only 2 miles per hour behind with 175. The Agera was in third, slightly further behind, recording a speed of 171, and the 918 was in last, although only by 3 miles per hour to the Agera R. This was an incredibly interesting test, as the car with the worst 0 to 60 time actually won, while the car with the second best time came last. For the next test we used the same speed trap, although this time completed an entire lap of the oval track before recording our speed. This would show the longer term acceleration of the cars as well as also their cornering speed. The Divo came out on top with a speed of 211 miles per hour, followed by the Agera, which was only 0.4 miles per hour away. Next was the Agera R, which had some real consistency issues, although I took the median, which put it in third with a speed of 205 miles per hour. Once again, it was the Porsche in last, which recorded a speed of 203.4 miles per hour. Finally, we ran 2 more tests, but directly head to head. The first was a race around an oval track. Off the line, the Koenigsegg Agera was off into the distance, followed by the Divo, with the Agera seeming to really struggle at the start of the race, at least compared to the Porsche. The Divo did however catch up to the Agera to take first place, thanks to a far superior top speed, and the Agera also overtook the Porsche to take third place. We were just about to call it a day, however I noticed the Koenigsegg Agera, the sub 1 million credit car, was actually catching the Bugatti Divo. It overtook the Agera and a lap later was right behind the Divo. Sure enough, it caught the Bugatti, and while it did take 4 laps, it convincingly overtook the Divo, which really did amaze me. For the final head-to-head test we ran a good old drag race. Off the line it was the Agera once again in the lead, with the 918 beating the Agera R out of the blocks. The Divo, which was in second, did however catch the Agera at about 250 miles per hour, and the Agera R completely obliterated the Porsche 918 once it got past its early acceleration phase. While this was technically another win for the Divo, it did only catch the Agera in the latter stages of the race, and it didn't pull ahead too far after that, so overall a strong performance from the 2 high-end cars, as well as a very good performance from the Agera R. So overall then, it really depends on what you want and how much you want to spend. Let's talk about the Porsche first. The 918 has very strong acceleration, beaten only by the Divo in the test. It doesn't however get anywhere near the other cars when it comes to raw speed though, as it struggles with top speed as well as high-end acceleration. This can be forgiven because of its lower price, However, as I'll explain now, it can't really compete with the Agera R, which I think we can all agree is by far the best value, as it's less than 1 million credits, yet it can compete with, and sometimes even beat, the two high-end cars. It does however have its drawbacks though, as it struggles greatly with acceleration, and also isn't the most stable or easy to drive. This was my first hypercar and it did really well. Acceleration was a problem, however I found this to be typically outweighed by the raw speed, which was often more useful on the typical hypercar events. The Koenigsegg Regera is definitely the acceleration king though, with some pretty good handling to go with that as well. It's not quite as expensive as the Devo either at 1.6 million compared to the Devo's 2.6. Overall though, I think the Devo is the best car. It's pretty well rounded in terms of speed, acceleration and handling, because it's incredibly planted, which makes it easy to drive. While I do think the Devo is the best, it is incredibly expensive, so for some people who are maybe at the earlier stages of the game, it's probably not worth it. The Porsche is also a good car for newer players, however the Agera R is such good value that I would struggle to recommend it. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you have enjoyed it or found it useful, then a like or even a sub would be absolutely amazing, as it does mean a lot to me. Well, that's all, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.